Well, we're just 2 days away from celebrating the big 45 of the original Star Wars. Now let's talk about, well, a couple more prequel type spin offs before the events of that film. Let's talk about Solo, a Star Wars story. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I'm bringing to you a re-review of the 2018 space western Solo, a Star Wars story, released by Lucasfilm, distributed by Disney, directed by Ron Howard. This was the second Star Wars anthology film. Released 2 years after, well, about 2 years after Rogue One, which I'll be re-reviewing. Film stars Alden Ehrenreich as the title character, a young version of Han Solo, along with Woody Harrelson, Emilia Clarke, Donald Glover, Thandie Newton, Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Jonas Suotamo, and Paul Bettany. The film explores the early adventures of Han Solo and the Wookiee Chewbacca, who join a heist within the criminal underworld 10 years prior to the events of the original Star Wars. Now, if you haven't seen my reviews for the prequel trilogy, which this film comes just once that comes and goes, click on that playlist and to my Star Wars redos, and you can check out the other three if you might have missed them, or if you want to see them again, because very soon I'll be ready for the big 45 of the original Star Wars. Anyway, let's get into the story. On the planet Corellia, orphaned Han and Kira escape a local gang. They bribe an Imperial officer with stolen starship fuel known as coxium for passage on a transport, but Kira is captured before she can board. Han vows to return for her and joins the Imperial Navy as a flight cadet, being given the surname Solo. 3 years later, Han is serving as an infantryman on Mimban, following his expulsion from the Imperial Flight Academy for insubordination. He encounters a trio of criminals posing as Imperial soldiers led by Tobias Beckett. Han attempts to blackmail Beckett into letting him join the gang, but Beckett has him arrested and thrown into a pit to be fed to a Wookiee prisoner named Chewbacca. Able to understand the Wookiee's language, Han persuades him to cooperate to escape. Beckett, aware of the usefulness of a Wookiee's strength, rescues and enlists them in the gang to steal a shipment of coxium on Vander 1. The plan fails when the Cloud Riders, a band of marauders led by Enfys Nest, arrive to hijack the shipment. The resulting chaos leads to the destruction of the coxium and the deaths of Beckett's wife Val and their crewman Rio. Beckett reveals that he was ordered to steal the shipment for Dryden Voss, a high-ranking crime boss in the Crimson Dawn Syndicate. Han and Chewie volunteered to help him steal another shipment to repay the debt so that Voss will not kill him. They travel to Voss's yacht, where Han finds Kira, who has joined Crimson Dawn as Voss's top lieutenant. Han suggests a risky plan to steal unrefined coxium from the mines on Kessel. Voss approves, but insists that Kira accompany the team. She leads them to Lando Calrissian, a smuggler and pilot who she hopes will lend them his ship, the Millennium Falcon. Han challenges Lando to a game of cards, with the wager being Lando's ship. Lando cheats to win, but agrees to join the mission in exchange for a share of the profits. After reaching Kessel in the Falcon and infiltrating the mine, Lando's droid co-pilot L337 instigates a slave revolt. They steal the coxium, but L3 is fatally damaged in the confusion and Lando is wounded during the escape. With the help of L3's navigational data, Uploading to the ship's systems, Han pilots the ship through the dangerous and uncharted Kessel Run to elude an Imperial blockade. The Falcon, badly damaged, lands on the planet Severine to process the coaxium. Alright, now for the final act in the ending right now. You know the procedure like always. You have 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below. If you've seen the movie already, please continue on after the 5 seconds are over with. Thank you. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. Infus arrives, having tracked the team from Vandor, and Lando leaves in the Falcon, deserting everyone else. Infus reveals that she and her crew are rebels trying to strike back at the syndicates and the Empire. Han becomes sympathetic to their cause and tries to trick Voss, who reveals Beckett has already alerted him to the double cross. Voss sends his guards to kill Infus, but the Cloud Riders overpower them, leaving Voss defenseless. Having anticipated Voss's strategy, Han tries to take the coaxium, but Beckett betrays Voss and escapes with taking Chewie hostage. Kira kills Voss and sends Han after Beckett. She contacts Voss's superior, Force Wielder Maul, to inform him of the mission's failure, which she blames on Beckett. Maul orders Kira to meet with him on Dathomir. Han confronts Beckett and shoots him before he can return fire. Kira leaves in Voss's yacht while Han and Chewie give the coaxium to Infus, who offers Han a chance to join the rebellion against the Empire. He declines and she gives him a vial of coaxium enough to purchase a ship of his own. Han and Chewie locate Lando and challenge him to a rematch, once again wagering the Falcon. This time, Han wins in a fair game after having stolen the hidden card from Lando that he used to cheat his way to victory the first time. Han and Chewie then leave for Tatooine to find the crime lord mentioned by Beckett, who is putting together a big, profitable job in the story. So what did I think of Solo? Well, I will say it's good in some ways. Now, it did get some favorable reviews from everyone. Critics praised the cast, especially those of Alden Ehrenreich as Han. He was pretty good, actually. And the same thing went for Donald Glover, who played young Lando Calrissian. I've got to say, he was really good. And they actually did, and both of them actually got to meet the character's original portrayers, Harrison Ford and Billy D. Williams. They gave the two insight and words of advice. And I think that was really something. Now, the rest of the cast, which includes Woody Harrelson as Beckett, he's not too bad. And this character was based on Long John Silver from Treasure Island. Yeah. Emilia Clarke plays Kira, who is pretty good. Thandie Newton plays Val, Beckett's wife. Now, Juna Suotamo takes over the role of Chewbacca. Now, of course, he had recently did the character in the previous two new films, The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. Now, in the former of which he acted as a body double for the late great Peter Mayhew, who portrayed the character in previous films. Yeah. And Paul Bettany plays Voss. Yes, very, very good actually. He's not too bad. But anyway, the cast isn't too bad. Anyway, the visuals were good. I agree with them on that. And so was the score, which was done by John Powell, but John Williams' Star Wars theme and Han Solo's theme were used. The action sequences were good, but the cinematography and tone of the film were criticized, and I actually do agree with him. Well, this may not be one of the best Star Wars films, but it's reasonable for some parts. Despite this, the film was kind of a bit of a failure and what have you, as it only managed to make 393 million worldwide, making it the lowest grossing live action Star Wars film to date. However, it did receive a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards. Yes. Let's see. Yeah, and that's that. But anyway, yeah, the tone was kind of a little. Yeah. And well, its cinematography was a little, yeah. But again, I agree with the critics criticizing on the cinematography and tone of this. But anyway, now while he didn't mention Ron Howard's direction, that was kind of a surprise. Yes, he did a reasonable job on this. But anyway, but a, it's still with a good cast, good action sequences, visuals, and the score. Would I recommend Solo? Well, if you are a hardcore Star Wars completionist, just to be on this, and you haven't seen this yet, give it a one-time watch just to be on the safe side. And if you're not, then well, don't bother with it again. But you don't have to take my word for it. You be the judge if you haven't seen it. So, what are your thoughts on Solo? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like the video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next time when I bring to you a re-review of the first Star Wars anthology flick, that being Rogue One, which will be a re-review. And then the next day will be the big event, 45 years of the original Star Wars. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, consider check out my reviews for these other films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review for a film that was also kind of considered be a recent film that was considered a big disappointment, but still opened big, and that was Marvel's recent film Eternals from last year. Or go to the upper right hand corner and see my re-review of the original Spider-Man movie from 2002, or go to the bottom left hand corner and see my spoiler-free review of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya, and may the Force be with you.